Hello, everyone, and welcome to AICTE Masterclass 1. This is the first masterclass. This is about business intelligence and how can we use AI for business intelligence. I hope that you all are enjoying the, the weather as well as the learning plan. I'm logged in from Ahmedabad right now, and I'll be taking all of your master classes. And today is the first one, so I am sharing my screen with you to share with you my uh, PowerPoint presentation, which I have made for you. And we'll begin with the first masterclass today, where we will be discussing about how businesses are leveraging AI and how can you use AI for business intelligence and all. So I'm really excited. I'm super excited to take you in this journey, and I hope that you are too. So just a minute, I will be preparing my slides to be shared, and we still have people joining in. So I'm just taking one more minute for everyone to join in and me sharing the slides as well. All right, so I'm finding my slides, and it will just take one more minute to start my slideshow, and we'll be beginning with our session shortly. Okay, I hope that you can see my screen right now. And all right, welcome to this internship. And today we are going to explore AI for business purposes. Maybe we will also design our own AI agents for solving certain business problems. All right, so you might be knowing about AI, and you all have been hearing about AI for a long time. For the last 4 to 5 years, we have been talking about AI almost on a daily basis, and it's changing really, really fast. And we are using AI for multiple things, right? So we today are going to I am going to introduce you with AI agents and how can we use AI for business purposes, right? So this internship is about intelligence for business and how can we use and leverage AI for businesses. So today we are going to tackle the problem of day-to-day business operations and how can we automate them using artificial intelligence. It will be a very, very interesting hands-on session where you will be designing your own AI agents to solve certain problems for businesses. So I'm really excited to take you on this journey, and let's begin with this. So my name is Amit Tiwari, and I am an AI consultant and trainer for IBM SkillsBuild and Lenovo Leap. I also own a AI company, which is in AI and robotics, where we are building AI agents for different companies, as well as physical AI or hardware agents to solve certain problems that are there in the world right now. So we are about to launch our hardware in this May 16th. Being said that, I started my AI journey in 2014. So in 2014, the AI was really boring, and it was one of the subjects that we took up in our final semester. One whole semester, we were only learning about AI, but in 2014, AI was mostly, we were doing only two things with AI. It was mostly about machine learning and how to make machines learn. And we were working with data, and we were only doing two tasks like regression and classification. So the tasks like what will be the temperature tomorrow. So let's say the temperature of today is some degrees, and we are taking up the temperature of all the previous years, and we are feeding that data to calculate a value, right? And also we were doing some classification type tasks, like whether it will be cold or hot tomorrow. Apart from machine learning, we were doing nothing fancy. There was no generative AI there. We were not able to use AI for the way that we use today, right? So if you fast forward the world to 2025, you will see that AI is now being used for amazing things, and it almost feels magical to use AI. So we never imagined that we will be able to use AI in such a way. Today, AI can generate poetry, it can generate human written poetry, and it is really indistinguishable. It can generate articles, reports, emails, and whatnot, right? And also we can generate paintings with AI, and we can also generate videos with AI. And I know that all of you have some exposure. I just generated a very silly video of a dog flying in the air with AI, and I just had to write a dog flying in the air, and it generated me this video, right? And you are aware of these, and that's not what the session is about. So for the last 5 to 6 years, we all have been using AI. You must have used ChatGPT and other AI tools in your day-to-day life, and you must be using AI somewhere in your life, right? So I don't need to tell you how to use AI tools or generative AI. It's kind of like our second nature now. So what is this session about, and how we are going to tackle the problem of business intelligence and the new normal in working is that we all use all these amazing generative AI tools for us, right? So we use Scribe, ChatGPT, CopyAI, Jasper, Claude. There are many new softwares apart from this. This is a slide maybe from 6 months back, and we are seeing each and every day new AI tool being coming up. So we have been using all of these in the past, and we have been using it in different purposes, whether to write our emails, whether to write our assignments, and whether to make arts, or whether to make videos, or whether to morph our sounds, right? So there are many use cases of AI. But we are going to solve some of the problems in business intelligence, and what are these different things that businesses might encounter in their day-to-day activities. So once you join any business, once you go into this business world and take up a job or start your own business, how can you leverage AI in order to make your work easy is what we are going to tackle in today's masterclass. So let's take a very small use case. Maybe if you have attended my previous sessions, we already have done this. But if you are new to the class, maybe it will bring a fresh new perspective of how AI is being used for very simple tasks like email replies, right? So let's say that there is a company which receives different types of emails. The company has different teams, and there is one person that reads all the emails of the company and kinds of like directs it to the different team, right? So let's say a company can receive an email about change or return of a product. If they give a product, they can also receive an email about the complaint of the product. They can also receive emails from their vendors about a quote. The company can also receive emails from employees regarding any task like reimbursement. So a company receives a lot of different types of emails, and they don't want one person to handle all these emails. Generally, there are people in the company who kind of like are into customer support and all. So they read the email, all the email, and if they find an email that is for customer support, they might reply to it. So all the different teams, they kind of like do reply to different kinds of emails. So one task at a time we are going to kind of like tackle in this internship. Today we are going to tackle this task of automating a email system. So how can we automate a email reply for any company? So we will start with like personal email replies, and then we will move on to making it more robust for specific company operations. All right, so let's say that I receive some email from someone like Dilip Singh, and it has written about deadline extension on Arthashastra 11th edition. So let's say that I'm all like in my company where I receive like multiple emails a day. Most of my time used to go in writing reply to these emails, right? So emails are, although really boring to reply, but they are important for any company. So let's say that I receive more than 50 emails a day. Let's say I receive 60 emails a day and I take 3 minutes to reply to an email, then 180 minutes of my day are being consumed in just writing the reply. So how can I make a system that can automate this is what we are going to tackle today, right? So a company might receive thousands and thousands of email. How can uh, we reply to all of our customers and vendors and all the people who are writing email to us without spending much human resource, right? Because it's a waste of time, it's a waste of energy to write emails. And you know that by with the invention of like generative AI tools, we have been writing emails with the help of ChatGPT only. So there are many companies where if you see their mail patterns, then they are writing emails using ChatGPT only. So how can we automate this process is what we are going to look in our first masterclass today. Okay, so what is the workflow of writing email replies? I have written the spelling of workflow as wrong. So workflow needs to be WORKFLOW. So how do we write email replies? So if a human writes an email reply, then what it does is the first step of writing a reply to an email is to open the Gmail, right? And the second step would be to read the email. The third step is to understand the email if we want to write a reply to an email. The fourth step is to think of a reply. And the fifth step is to write a reply. And sixth step is to send it, right? So it's a very easy workflow or a very easy process to write a reply to an email. Okay. But in this workflow, there is a human involved, right? Where is human involved or where is brain involved in this workflow is to read the email, is to understand the email, is to think of a reply and write a reply, right? So opening Gmail doesn't require brain and sending a Gmail doesn't require a brain. Anyone can open a Gmail and anyone can send a mail, right? So no matter if they are if they are literate or not, you can, if you teach them how to open Gmail, they can open the Gmail. If you teach them how to send a written Gmail, they can also send it, right? You just need to click that. So in this, we only need intelligence in these four parts. Okay, so let's move a little further. For the last 4 to 5 years, we have been using ChatGPT to write our emails, right? So when we use ChatGPT, our work became a little easier. So of course, you can use ChatGPT to write a reply to an email, and people have been doing that as well, right? So how will it change my workflow is the initial process will remain the same. So open the Gmail, read the email. Third is to copy the email, right? Fourth is to paste it in ChatGPT. Fifth is to prompt. And sixth is to copy the reply from the ChatGPT. And seventh one is to paste and send, right? So although I made my workflow a little bit easier, that I am not writing the reply to the email, but a ChatGPT is writing the reply, which I have trained on my own persona. I still have to do these steps, right? So I still have to open the Gmail, I still have to read the email, I still have to copy, I still have to paste it in ChatGPT, I still have to prompt, I still have to copy it again and still have to paste it, right? So I'm not automating this process. So I'm not making work easier for myself. I am just using AI to generate some output for me. So AI is not acting for me. AI is generating some output for me, right? So companies still need people, even if they have ChatGPT. They still need resources, or the person will still have to like spend a lot of time, even if they use ChatGPT to write their mails, right? So the idea is, how can we improve this one more step further? So that's called the agentic way, and you must have been hearing about agentic AI a lot in the world right now. AI agents are the the talk of the town in 2025 and 2026 as well, and they are going to be there in the next 5 years also, right? So the agentic way of doing this is, in our workflow, wherever we require human intelligence, we kind of like replace it with large language models. All right. So now, what are large language models? Large language models are these programs like ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude. So they are trained. So basically, it's a very huge neural network which is trained on a lot of corpus, which we call as a lot of data, which is the language data, and it learns how to write language, and it understands language, and it replies in natural language, right? So all of the Gen AI tools that you use nowadays are a type of large language models. Basically, um, they are large neural networks which have been trained on huge amount of text and on these GPUs, and they somehow learn the parameters which they work in order to generate some output. So you can talk to these large language models in natural language, and they will give you answer in natural language. And you must have been seeing that they have become really good at reasoning, at generation, at understanding, at classification, and a lot of jobs, right? So the idea of agentic way, or the way that is the new normal in the business world right now, is to use these large language models in order to automate our work. And we are going to use these large language models to design our own AI agents today so that they can automate the work for us. So the work that we are thinking of automating today is designing a automated AI system that can reply to our emails, that can first understand the email and reply on our behalf. So let's say that you are working for a company and you want to save some of your time as well as the time for the company. They will ask you to design an AI agent, or maybe you are thinking of designing an AI agent for the company to save time in email replies. All right. So this is what our first task for today is, and we are going to design it together. So I'm really excited to take you along with me. So what will be the workflow of writing email with agentic AI look like? So let's say that we are designing an automatic system which can write emails for our behalf or for a company. So let's say that we are designing a customer service agent which can talk to all of the clients, all of the customers, on the behalf of the company, which can take up things like refunds, which can take up things like replying to a complaint, which can take up things like sending a code to someone. How can we design these kinds of AI agents, and what will be the workflow of that? So the workflow of writing email with agentic AI will look like this. So we use a tool that opens Gmail, right? So in opening Gmail, it does not require any of the brain, right? So whenever a brain is required, we only replace that in our workflow. So opening a Gmail was not where we required a brain. So we can use a tool to open Gmail. So we use LLM to read the email. We use large language models like ChatGPT. Wherever we require brain, we replace that with a large language model in our workflow. Okay, so we replace reading email with a large language model, understanding the email again with a large language model, writing an email again with a large language model, and we finally use tool to send the email. Okay, so our workflow will change from this. Right. So here we were opening the Gmail. So here I will use a tool to open the Gmail. Reading, I will give it to LLM. Understanding, I will give it to LLM. Thinking, I will give it to LLM. Writing a reply, I will give it to LLM. And finally, I will call a tool to send the email, right? So my whole process will be automated and I will not have to do anything in this whole process. Okay. So let's design this, and after that we tackle on some more difficult scenarios. So let's design our own email writing agent with agentic AI. And this email writing agent, what it will do is it will open our Gmail automatically. It will read our emails. It will understand our emails. It will write our emails, and it will send these emails automatically. So let's say that a company receives any complaint from a customer. So this agent get activated and it replies to that complaint. If it needs to refund some some product, it will refund that to the customer, and it can call the bank to also refund the amount again back to the customer, right? So there is no human required for the customer support, and the people can work on different interesting tasks like um, creating something, involving in creativity and increase the productivity for themselves. So the idea of agentic AI, as a lot of people, they kind of think that AI is going to be replacing human labor in the future. The idea of agentic AI is not to replace humans. It is to make them more efficient, make them more creative, and make them create new value in the world rather than being stuck in repeating jobs like writing the reply to an email, or maybe reading emails and summarizing them, or maybe just classifying them and deleting the emails and putting them in spam, right? So all these tasks, they require a lot of time, and it doesn't and is not productive. So let's say as a co-founder and a founder of a company, I don't need to be worried about reading my emails and replying to each one of them individually. Rather than, I can focus more on like creating new schemas, or new technology, or creating new robots for the future, right? So I can focus more of my time in design. I can focus more of my time in creativity rather than replying to these emails. Okay, so I'm really excited to take you forward to how can you automate this process with some very simple tools like drag and drop. I'm going to use one tool which I find really easy to teach. There are different tools in the market right now, and you are free to try each one of them. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what tools are there in the market through which you can design your agents. So the hardest one, and the one which is the hardest to learn, is you can use coding, and particularly LangGraph, in order to design your agents, right? Previously, it was LangChain. LangChain was developed by MIT professionals, and then they designed LangGraphs, which are very good in designing agents. Okay, so LangGraphs, there are tutorials for LangGraph, and maybe we will also be tackling LangGraphs in our course. But before that, we are going to design these tools with some drag and drop tools so that we can learn about them. Okay, so the other tool that you can use for designing these kind of automations is Zapier. Okay, so Zapier is a company which can be used for automating your workflows. So what you can do is you can design workflows like these in order to automate your workflow. So there are triggers to the workflow, and then you can automate your workflow in a very easy way with Zapier. Then there is make.com, which you can also use in order to design your workflows. Make.com also follows similar kind of structure where you can drag and drop tools and LLMs in order to automate your workflow. Then you can also use N8N, which I think most of you might have heard if you are into the AI world. Then N8N is also one of the tool that you can use to automate your workflows. So the workflows look like this, the similar way that I drew it on PPTs. So these are steps. So first one, creating user form. Then there is an AI agent, which is calling different tools. And then there are kind of like some if and else statements in order to complete the workflow. Okay. So these four tools, LangGraphs, Zapier, Make.com, N8N, and then there are many more in the market right now. There are different kind of like specific agents also that you can use. Like you can use some agents from OpenClaw as well, which was previously called Clawbot, right? So OpenAI just kind of like in bought Claw and they named it as OpenClaw. So you can use OpenClaw as well, and OpenClaw is so it runs on your PCs and it kind of like automates your workflows as well. Um, Okay, so what we are going to do is we are going to use one very simple tool, which I find really, really easy to teach. Although like all of the tools that I mentioned, they will follow similar kind of workflow design. In LangGraph, we will design it with coding. In Zapier, you can design it like drag and drop, like this uh, flowchart kind of structure. In make.com, you will find more animations and kind of like more UI in designing these flowcharts. In N8N, again, you will find a different type of UI. So the thing that only will change in all of these four tools is the UI only. Okay, so the basic technology stays the same. So I'm going to use Relay for designing our agent. Maybe you can also open Relay because it also provides you some free credits, which I can use in order to teach. So with Zapier, maybe there are very limited free credits. With Make, you have to integrate APIs. With N8N, again, you have to configure APIs. You have to buy API credits from, let's say, OpenAI or Gemini. With Relay, you don't have to do that because it provides you some free credits and it's very, very interesting to learn. Okay, so we are going to open Relay.app and I'm going to wait and read some of your questions from the chat. If you have any, you can personally ask me question by pinging to Amit. Okay. All right, so what we are going to do is we are going to open Relay.app in another tab so that we can design our AI agents. If you are using your mobile phone, maybe you can switch to a laptop, or maybe you can open a laptop simultaneously and do work on the laptop while listening to the mobile version. So we're going to go to Relay.app and we're going to see that you can build an AI team that works for you. So it's kind of like an intelligent agent that can work for you as well. So there have been some students from my previous class which must have used that in the 2-week internship that I recently conducted. So it will be kind of like similar thing for you. For those who are new, the first session will be fresh for you guys, but for the guys who already have done this, maybe it will be a repeat. So yeah, so if you are new to this class, maybe we can open Relay.app and let me know in the comments if you are in the Relay.app. If you are a person who already has done this, maybe you can explore some other tool meanwhile. So the first class only will be a repeat of something that we did in the 2-week internship back there, because there are a lot of new people here in this group and they also don't know about AI agents. So we'll be doing this with them. Cool. Okay, so all right, so we are going to use Relay.app, and if you are into Relay.app, you are going to start for free here. I've got a question from Vatsal. What is the exact difference between all the tools? The difference between all the tools may be in what kind of tools that you can call from these tools, right? So some tool will support Instagram, Facebook, getting leads from them. Some tool will support kind of like LinkedIn. Some tool will also support maybe more advanced apps like Slack, Zira, and other things as well, right? So the difference is is mostly in user interface and user experience, and also for different use cases, how can you use them, right? So you will have to find the limitations of them um, um, by exploring. So Vatsal is saying that is there any loophole for free credits? I think that they have developed all these tools for um, They have developed all these tools for by spending a lot of money. So I think it's fair for them also to charge. Finding a loophole to kind of like get free access to the information is something that
Students, please be patient. There has been a technical glitch with Amit's laptop. He will be joining back in some time. Thank you for understanding. Till then, I'll just read the chat and see if we have any queries. Okay, so there were again some questions regarding the offer letter. I had already made it clear that offer letter will be issued to you all, the students who have completed their learning plan and submitted the LP certificate. It will be issued to only those students, and by Tuesday, you'll be getting it. So, do we need to submit the learning plan certificate with the same email? See, it really doesn't matter because the whole thing is that you should have completed the learning plan with a new email ID. Okay, that email ID shouldn't have been used previously. You can submit the form with any email ID. That's not a problem. Also, I know it's 5:40, but I would again request you all to let your friends know because we still have just 890 students and there were so many more who had signed up for the masterclass for this internship. Please let them know if they are not part of the WhatsApp group. Tanmita, can I request you to please share the latest WhatsApp group link here? We might have students who are not part of the WhatsApp group.
Yes, I'm sharing, Tanuja.
Thank you. Don't worry, students. Amit will be joining in a while. Also, just to make it clear, the attendance is mandatory for all these master classes. If you want your completion certificate, if you want your internship completion certificate. So, as you know, the evaluation criteria is such that it includes your learning plan completion, your attendance, and of course, the final assignment that will be assigned to you by Amit.
All right. Thank you so much, Tanuja, for filling in the gap. I had my laptop shut down because of overheating. I don't know why.
No worries, no worries.
All right.
Thank you
So
for.
sharing my screen back again so that we start from where we were. Okay, so there were some questions from students regarding they were not being from technical background. So how will this help them? This is exactly what we are tackling today. So you don't need any technical knowledge in order to understand or to design these automated systems for yourself or for other people. All you need is a creative mind and the hunger to solve some problem. Okay, so if you think that, okay, this is one problem which is really boring, really redundant, and this requires a lot of human effort, how can I automate that? This session is for you so that you can do it very easily without any technical knowledge. All right, so for people those who are not from technical background, asking about this the relevance of this internship, I think that that's why we are taking it without the code and the coding part. I think my laptop has got stuck again. Tanuja, am I audible?
Yes,
Yes,
Amit, you are.
Amit, you're audible.
Okay, cool. Okay, but I'm not able to kind of like do things on my laptop, so maybe I'll just reduce the display a little bit. Okay, so what you need to do is if you are on Relay.app, just let me know in the chat by saying yes or by saying done. We are on the Relay. So anything will do. Thank you so much, Harshit, um, for replying. This is just to know if we are all on the same page. Thank you so much, Parul, Piali, Yana. Yana was a part of the last internship as well. Thank you so much, Yana, for joining again. Maybe this will sound a little bit boring to you because you already have done this, but maybe in the next sessions we'll do some new things together. Okay. Cool. So we are on Relay. So we are going to sign up with Google and we're going to choose an account. I'm going to choose mine, which is my CSRBOX account. And you can choose any of your account as well and click on continue. So what we're going to do is make a email automation system today. You will not see all of the things like this because these are things which I have made for myself. Maybe you will see a screen where you will find something like this. Okay, so you will see a screen where you will find what kind of agent are you creating one. Okay, so here what we need to do is we need to write the name of our agent and okay, so the name of our agent is, we can name it anything, and we are going to click on design your own. Okay, so we can create a lot of agent which are already there in Relay.app. We are going to design our own, so we are just going to name the agent as maybe my email assistant. Okay. All right, short description is this agent will write emails. Okay, emails on my behalf. Okay, so my email assistant and this agent will write emails on my behalf. And I'm going to name this agent and click on design your own and click on next. Okay, so when I click on next, I will have to choose what apps will this agent use. And here I will select Gmail, right? Because I'm going to automate my Gmail. So the agent will automatically go to my Gmail. It will learn, it will read in my emails. It will understand my email. It will write a reply to my email and send it automatically. So this is what we are going to achieve in today's class. So click on Gmail and click on next. You can connect to different apps also. You can maybe make different things with Relay, but today we are just using Gmail. So when you click next, you will see like this. You already have a different kind of like email agents there. Email classifier is there, meeting briefing generator is there, weekly recap email is there, introduction email is there, morning email digest is there, thank you emails, follow-up reminders, draft reply emails, and a lot of different kind of templates. But we are going to create a blank skill. You can also talk to this agent and ask it to create some agent for you. Like you can say that you need a AI agent that can reply to your emails. You can also design it like with prompt, but we are going to create blank skill because we are going to learn it from scratch. Okay, so click on create blank skill and you will reach somewhere like this. This is what we are going to where we are going to make our agent. Okay, so this is where we will build our workflow. So this is our workflow generator, and you can use this to also generate your workflows, but we are going to not use the assistant here. Okay, so if we are on Relay.app and we are making our own agent, what we are going to do is we are going to first add a trigger. But before that, I'm going to check some of the messages of you if you are at the same pace. Yes, everyone is replying that they already are in Relay. Okay, so after coming to Relay, you just needed to do three things. You needed to name your agent, you needed to use it with Gmail, and then you just needed to create a blank skill. Okay, so you will see a screen something similar to like me, and here I'm going to add in the name of my agent again. So my email assistant, I will call this agent and click here. So I clicked here and changed the name of my agent. All right, so first things first, in any agent design, I need to specify when my agent should be active, right? So just quickly reply to me in chat box. In my use case, when I need to write an email reply, when should be my agent active? When should my agent get activated, right? So if I need my agent to write a reply to anyone or any email that I received, when should my agent be activated in this case? So I'm waiting for your answers in the chat box. The question is, when will be my agent activated if I make this agent to write a reply to any email that I get on my inbox? All right, I'm not seeing responses in the inbox. So maybe I'm repeating my question again. So the question is, while I'm making an email agent that can reply to all the emails that come to my company or my inbox, when should this agent be activated? So I've got some replies from some people and I'm gonna read them for you. Okay, maybe I'm getting them late because of my device not responding properly. Okay, so Arshad is saying during working hours. Okay, so my agent should be activated during working hours, which makes sense because I need to reply only on working hours. Shubhadeep is saying we want to save our time. Okay, so this is, yeah, when we want to save our time, then our agent should be activated. But the question was not why are we designing this, but when should these agents be activated? Still not able to check replies from everyone. So a lot of people are saying when you are offline, when we receive email during working hours, when receiving an email, and similar replies from everyone. So Gulin is saying, yeah, so everyone is almost replying the same. When the email is received and you are not available to reply it, also there should be some keyword so that email, not every email is kind of like replied. When a customer is produced responding to our product, and there can be many use cases as well, right? So we need our agent to be activated whenever someone sends me an email, right? So the basic common sense says that I only need when my agent to be activated when an email hit to my ID, right? So when we get an email. Okay, so cool. So my trigger is any agent. For any agent, the trigger is the entry point when this agent should be activated, right? So as you rightly said, I will add a trigger and that trigger will be on Gmail, right? So if I use Gmail, I will trigger it on Gmail. And I'm going to make my system as your system is. So I'm going to delete my previous settings. You don't need to do this because you have a fresh connection. If you have a connection, let it be, don't delete it. If you don't have a connection, that's fine. So I'm deleting so that you will see it from the scratch how this works. Okay, so my trigger is on Gmail and I'm going to trigger it on email received. So whenever someone sends me an email, whenever my Gmail receives an email, it should be triggered, right? So I am connecting it to my Gmail. So it says that in order to read your Gmail, I need to connect to your Gmail, right? So I need to give access to my Gmail. So I am opening my Gmail account and I am clicking on continue, and I'm clicking on continue here, and I'll be connected to the Gmail account. All right. So what happened is that I called a tool. So this is a tool calling right now. So I'm calling the email tool in order to read my emails, right? So I triggered it on the first email. I'm triggering it on the first email so that whenever I receive an email, my agent gets activated, right? So as you rightly said in the chat as well, um, that some people are saying that um you should only be receiving the email uh, when there is some urgent email, right? So we need to classify, we don't need to reply to all the emails, but let's say that we are designing um, our agent in a way that it replies to all the emails, right? So even if we need to reply to any of any of the email which we only want to reply, we need to kind of like trigger it on every email, right? So if we don't read the email, how will we even know whether to reply that or not? So the agent should be activated at any time when I receive an email. Okay, so I am repeating this step again. So you just need to add a trigger. The trigger is when you receive an email, right? So you just type in Gmail, and here you need to press email received and trigger it on the first email in the conversation, and then click done. So you are going to trigger it when you receive an email. The second step, and I go back to my workflow, which was there in my PowerPoint, and I'm just going to go to the PowerPoint again. And here is our workflow. Okay, so I'm referring to this workflow. So we have achieved the first step, which is the tool opens Gmail. So we already have opened Gmail, received the first email. And now what I need to do is the next step is to add a LLM or an AI to read my email, right? So I'm going to type in AI there, and I'm going to custom prompt this AI to read my email for me. Okay. So I'm going to use from GPT 5.4. You can use any of the AI tools by selecting it from settings. Okay, so you can go to settings and choose any of the AI tool. I'm using GPT here. So, sorry, going back to my assistant here. In order to change this, you can change this from here as well. So GPT 5.4, you can use Claude, you can use Gemini, you can use Gemini 3 Flash, Perplexity, XAI, and all the AIs that are there. So I'm using GPT 5.4. The process is same for each and every agent. So second step, which is to add an AI, I'm going to customize the prompt for the AI. Okay. So I'll write you are a helpful assistant, or you can say that you are my personal assistant. So this is what prompt engineering is, right? So you are going to engineer your prompt in order to tell the AI agent how it should reply. So you are my personal assistant. So it starts with giving a persona to the agent. And my name, you tell about your name so that it knows about you, so that it can reply emails on your behalf. AI consultant and trainer, IBM skills build, CSRBOX. Okay, so you are going to customize, write a custom prompt. So you can also do a lot of things um, with AI, but we are going to write custom prompt so that it behaves as we want it to behave, right? So the second step was to read the email. So we will ask this AI to read the email, right? So we'll say read this email, and we point it to the email that we received in the first step. So we give a @ and we point it to the email we received in the first step. We only read the body of this email. Okay, so understand this email. Okay. And then we say write a reply, right? So these are the three things that we need human intelligence for. So we are using AI to do this. So write a professional reply to this email. Okay. And we specify the output as well. So this is called prompting, and we say that, okay, in the output, just give me email body. Okay, and this is second step where you automated your process of reading, understanding, and writing to AI. And the final step in your workflow, which is this, where you have automated reading email, understanding, and writing, is the final step is to send the email. So what you will do is you will add one more step in this workflow, and you will type in send email, and you go to Gmail and click on send email, right? So you call a tool. So this is where we are calling a tool. So we called a tool in order to take in the email from our inbox. So the Gmail, it reads our emails and it triggers on the first email. And then we ask a AI to behave like our personal assistant and tell our name, our designation. We ask it to read the email, understand this email, write a professional reply, and we specify the output also, right? So we specify that the output should be like email body. And once we click on done, in the send email part, what we need to do is here we need to specify whom we are sending it to. So we can send the email that we have received it to the person whom we have received it from, right? So we will take in this information from the email that we received here and the from email, whatever email that we have received it from, right? So the subject will be same. So we will again choose the subject from the email subject that we received in this step, right? And the body will be the output of our email body. So we type @, we go to AI output and email body, right? So what this agent did was it received my email, it read the email, understood the email, write a reply, and then sent that to the person whom I am receiving the email from. And then if I click on done, my agent is ready. So now agent now can read my emails, it can understand my email, read the email, and then write a reply, right? So if I'm repeating these steps one more time so that all of you can design this agent for yourselves. I'm also replying to your questions in the chat if there are any. Okay, so I will repeat the steps one by one. I just wanted it to complete so that all of you get how to design this. I am repeating again. so that you all are in the same page. So I'm getting a lot of messages of repeating. Okay, so let me just do this again. Okay, so I'm going to start from first. So if you are stuck anywhere, just let me know. So I'm going to delete this one, and I'm going to delete all of the steps. Okay, so I'll do it slowly. So I am going to make an AI agent that can automate my emails, right? So first thing is what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a trigger. The trigger is, as you said, I need to activate my AI agent when I receive a Gmail, right? So I add a trigger which is on my app, which is Gmail, right? So you can use any triggers, any apps in this manner. So you receive an email in Gmail. So that's why Gmail is the app, and you search for email received here, right? So whenever trigger a run when email is received, right? And you also select only trigger for first email in conversation. Why? Because you need to uh, activate your agent only when the email is received. Okay, and you click on done. All right, so second step is to add a AI, right? So why? Because we need to automate the steps where human intelligence was needed with AI, right? So you select AI, search for AI in here, and you click on AI from here, and you click on custom. Okay, so one more time, I'm repeating this step. This step might differ for different tools. So as I said, Zapier will have different tool, different UI for adding AI. Maybe Zapier has directly ChatGPT as a large language model, and also make.com. They will have different ways of integrating AI. With Relay, you just need to type in AI in here, and you will see that AI is here. So you click on AI and you go and click on custom. Why custom? Because we are training a custom AI agent, right? So here what we will do is we are going to prompt GPT 5.4. I'm going to zoom it out for you so that you can see it. Now you need to tell AI what to do, right? So first thing is you need to tell AI who you are, right? And who should it act like. So you start with you are uh, you are my personal assistant. Okay, and you also tell about yourself. Why? Because AI needs to know about you, right? So you say that, okay, my name is Amit Tiwari, and you also tell about your job or role. Okay, so you can write student and anything that you do. So job and role is my job is consultant and trainer, IBM skills build. Okay, and you need to tell what to do now. So you say, read this email. Okay, and you point to the email that needs to be read. So you go to email and you select body from there. Okay, so you need to read the email body. The email that you received in this first step, you are going to read that. Okay, and you say, understand this email. And finally, you say, write a professional reply to this email. Okay, and you also say what should be the output. So the output will be the email body, right? So this is a kind of like workflow of how you do prompt engineering, right? So this is what you say that a persona, right? This is telling about yourself. This is what you call as instruction or specific instruction. And then this is what the goal is, and this is what the output should be. So there are many prompt engineering techniques, and one of them is define a persona, specify a task, define goals, and define the output, right? So you have done all of these. You can also train this with examples. So you can also add in here examples to learn from, and you can give in the examples that you write emails on. So let's say email was application for leave, and you train the output as whatever you kind of like give a reply to applications for leave. So you can train the AI with your examples as well, but right now we don't want to. So we are just going to keep in output as email body. You are just going to tell that you are my personal assistant and your name is whatever your name is and job role, and read this email, understand this email, and write a professional reply, right? So this is all what we are going to do with our agent today. So if you have done this, then in the chat box, let me know if you have done step 2. And also if you have done all the steps, let me know in the chat box if you have done all the steps. Okay, so I'm doing it very, very slow for the people, those who were left behind in the first iteration. So let's do it together. Okay, so second step was to write in about ourselves and write in a prompt to AI what to do. And this is the prompt that we will use. Okay, Disha is saying how to add email body. So how to add email body is you need to do a @ Okay, so you do @ and you go to email and add the body from there. Okay, so I think now it's clear. Okay, thank you so much for saying done. I repeated it 2 times. Maybe you can now do this with the recording as well. Okay, so the first step was to call a tool to receive the email. Second step is to prompt. And this is the prompt. You can make it better later on, but um, so you're just the output is email body. Why we only need email body as the output, right? So no, it will not cost you anything. It is free. So there are many credits that are there. You don't need to uh, spend money on credits with Relay. So Relay offers free 200 steps and 500 email generations. So it's fairly good to use it for learning. Now you go to you already have written the email. So this block, what it will give you is the email output, right? So so what it does is, so you receive the email, you wrote a reply to the email from the ChatGPT or any AI tool, and now you have got this AI output at this step. So at this step, what you need to do is you need to now send the email, right? So next step is just to send it. So you will add on one more tool which you will call to send email, and you can send email using Gmail. So you go to Gmail and click on send email here. Okay, so step 1, you receive the email, you trigger it on email received. Step 2, to use AI, you did prompt engineering with AI. Step 3 is to send email. Whom do you need to send it to, right? So you send the email back to the person. So you click on this uh, bottom button here, you click on email and you select from, right? So whoever you have received it from, you will send it back to that person only. So you click on from. Subject is going to be same. So from the email, you are going to select subject again. Okay, so from this email, which I received here, the to will be from whom I will have received the email, right? So the to will be from and the email address of that person. The subject will be the subject of the email itself, right? So we received this email, whatever the subject of the previous email was, and the body will be you again have to do at the rate. At the rate means the output that you want to put in there, and the body will be the AI output, which is email body, right? So that's why we give the output email body so that we can get the email body here. We don't have any attachments. We can also send attachments with this. We don't have any labels, and we will just click done. And yes, our agent is ready. So let me test it for you so that you can also test it, but I'm testing it for you so that you can see if the agent works or not. To test it, I'm going to just start my trigger on when I receive an email. I go to my personal account and send myself an email from a personal account to see if this agent is working or not. Okay, so I go to my personal account. It's opening up. And maybe here. Okay. So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my Gmail and going to send myself an email on my personal account to check. You can also do the same. You can use another account to send you a Gmail and check if your agent is working or not. Okay, so doing the same for as a test. So here is my email. Okay, maybe this is not what I needed to open. Maybe I'll just open my Gmail from here. Okay, so this is my Google Mail. Okay, for me, things are working really slow today. Maybe my laptop is kind of like hanging up a lot. I need to reset this. I was working on some heavy simulations today in the afternoon, and the laptop has kind of like given up on the compute now. So bear with me while I am kind of like making this work like a turtle. Really struggling with this. This device never has hung up, like it is just getting a, yeah, it is just hanging with very basic things like writing emails. Okay, so I'm writing it to myself, and let me choose a topic about today's masterclass. So masterclass with AICTE and CSRBOX, IBM SkillsBuild. Okay, so let's say that somebody sends me an email about the next masterclass. Okay, so hi Amit. Thanks for taking the masterclass today. Really excited to see you on next one. Please confirm your availability. Okay, so let's say that Tanuja sends me a message like this for my next masterclass, and I don't read this message, but my agent automatically replies to this. So I'm sending this to myself just to check how it works. And I go to my sent items and check here that I have sent it to myself, and this message has been delivered, right? So it says, hi Amit, thanks for taking the masterclass. Really excited to see you on next one. Please confirm your availability. And what I will do is I will just wait for my agent to reply on this, and I'll be here only to see if my agent is working or not. Right. So my agent will read my email on my professional account. It will read the email, understand the email, write a reply, and send it automatically without me doing nothing, just waiting for the reply from my agent. All right. So I'm just waiting here to get the reply from my agent. You can also try this from your email ID, and that's the first agent that we have designed. And now we will tune it for a business purpose. So you see that I have got a email from my agent. So it works like magic, right? So my agent already read my email, and it understood my email, and it wrote a professional reply. So it says, "Hi Tanuja, thank you for your email and for the opportunity to take today's masterclass. I appreciate your kind words. I am pleased to confirm my ability for the next session. Please feel free to share a date, time, and any relevant details so I can plan accordingly. Looking forward to the next masterclass." It says, "Regards, Amit," and all right. So it writes emails on my behalf, and I did not have to like do anything. It just saves me time by writing emails on my behalf, right? So I would now like you to try this and let me know if you got the similar kind of response from the agent. Okay, so Disha is saying, done, the test email from my end was successful and got an automated generated mail response. Okay. So Nayan is asking, is it secure? Yes, emails are secure, so it's nothing is happening there. We are sending the emails to ChatGPT, so maybe ChatGPT is reading your emails. Apart from that, nothing is secure in the world right now. So even if you have your emails in Gmail, Google still has access to it. So yeah, you need to just know who has the access to it, right? So right now, the access to my emails is with Gmail, which I'm using as a tool, to ChatGPT. ChatGPT is reading the email, but it cannot read anything. It can read only the email body, right? So it can only access to my email body, and it can write a reply to my email, and I'm sending it with Gmail. So yeah, kind of like secure, but not untraceable. So then, like it knows about you, and that's kind of like you do every day, right? So you tell ChatGPT who you are, you copy your mail, so ChatGPT knows about you. So it's kind of same thing like using ChatGPT. So what we're doing is we kind of like weaving things and apps together. So we are weaving Gmail with ChatGPT, and we are creating these agents for ourselves. So yeah, it works, and it works like magic. So yeah, so now it's a very, very simple agent, right? So what is the thing that can go wrong with this agent? Uh, okay, thank you so much for replying in the chat box that it is working. It's not working for me. Um, why no reply email came? Maybe you are sending the email from your email account to yourself only. All right, so you need to send it from other email account, then it will work, definitely. Okay, so why can I not use this email? It is saying that address not found. So maybe you are kind of like sending it from your own account, and it will not be able to. Yeah. So Rajesh was saying that what if it replies to malicious mail? Yeah, that's one problem, right? So we have made an agent, but we have not kind of like made it smart. So we'll make it smart today. Um, Arun is saying we have to train it. And I used two different accounts but got the same message as the reply. Uh, okay, maybe your configuration was wrong. Let me just repeat the steps one more time. Um, okay, so I have, yeah, Akshit is saying classify it as personal and professional email. Maybe, yeah, you can classify it before sending. Where what if there is no reply email received in inbox? It will take some time to reply. Um, so yeah, maybe. Yes, you will get the recording of the class. Yes, so a lot of people are asking for recording. Some people are saying repeat the steps again. Maybe they joined in late. Uh, Maybe I have time to repeat it one more time. All right, so this is the last time that I'm repeating because I also have to kind of um, maybe uh, add in speed. Uh, okay, so let me just do it quick one more time. All right, so I'm going back to the agent. So this time I'm going to go a little fast because I already have explained it one time. So what I'm doing is, okay, so you need to open relay.com and relay.app, sorry, relay.app. And there you are creating this email agent. I'm just making it off for some time. How to make this? I'm deleting everything. I'm creating everything from scratch so that you can learn how to make email automation. So let's say there is a company which wants you to make automate their emails for them, right? So the company receives a lot of requests like customer support. Company receives a request from its employees, from its vendors, and it wants to automate this process because they don't want people um, to be to be just wasting time on writing email replies, right? And also we as humans also don't want to reply to emails regularly because it's kind of like very time killing process. So let's design this agent. So first step to design this agent is to add a trigger. So I'm adding a trigger. The trigger means when my agent will be activated, right? So my agent should be activated when I receive an email. So I'm going to add a trigger on Gmail and I click on email received. Okay. And I need to add this trigger on only on the first email in conversation. So I'm going to add in yes here. The second step, because this is my workflow, right? So my workflow is I open Gmail, I read email, LLM will understand the email, LLM will write the email, and it will send this email automatically. So second step is to add in AI, right? So I'm adding AI using custom. Custom means I am adding instructions custom to this AI. So I will say that um, I will use prompt engineering here. So I say you are my personal assistant. Um, and I tell about myself. I say my name and is Amit Tiwari. Okay. And my role is AI consultant and trainer. Uh, and you say that read this email, right? So this is what you need your agent to do. So this is from the workflow. So reads email, right? So here you tell the AI to read email. So you do a @ and you select the email that you received in the last step and only the body because you need to read only the body, right? So you say read this email and you say understand this email. This is also for people, those who are getting errors, and write professional reply to this email. And the output of this will be email body, right? So you want email body as output because you already know who to send this email to, and you already know what should be the subject of your email, right? So that's why I'm taking in the output as email body. So you say that in the second step, you add a AI that knows about yourself, you tell about yourself, that can read the email. Here again, I'm repeating, you need to read the email by doing @. Okay. Understand this email, write a professional reply, click on done. And finally, you send the email, right? So you do send the email and you go to Gmail and click on send email. In this send email tool, you will select whom to send the email. You need to send it to the person whom you received it from, right? So in two, it will be the email, whoever you select email, and from whoever you have received this email. Okay. Subject will be the email and the subject of this email, right? So this email, whatever is the subject, and the email body will be @ AI output email body. So email body is what you need in here. and you say done. Okay, so now you publish this, and once you on this agent, now this agent can read your email, it can write your email and send email automatically, right? So you don't have to do anything in here. So let me know if it is working. Yeah. So right now, the problem with this is it's a very simple reflex agent. These are called simple or reflex agents. They have only one goal. If they will receive the email, they will send the email to whoever that they have received it from. So if it is a spam email, they will still reply to it. If it is an email from someone asking for a price or a quote, they will reply the quote to it, right? So they don't know when to reply, whom to reply, and why to reply, right? So these are reflex agents. Although it feels like magic and it feels that we have created something which is very extraordinary, but we are still very, very, very behind what businesses actually use, right? But because today is an introductory class, we needed to start with something. So we started with something which can automate our emails. But these are not the AI agents that we want to design. We want our AI agents to be smart, right? We don't want them to reply to spam. We don't want them to reply to any email that we receive. Right now, our agents will reply to any email. Okay, one more thing before we wrap up this class, not right now, but is please, please, please turn off your agents. Okay, if you don't turn off your agents, you are going to reply to whatever email that you are receiving. So if you get a email from your um, maybe faculty members or maybe from your teachers, maybe from anyone, your email agent will reply to it. And you don't know what it will reply. It will reply professionally that you know, and they know about you. Um, um, so so yeah, so let's kind of like focus on not keeping them on. Okay, so just keep them off. Okay, so I'm reading some of the questions from the chat. um Thank you so much, Akash, for saying that there is a famous line कि पहले कुछ बना लो फिर अच्छा बनाना. So thank you so much कि yeah, I resonate with this. So पहले कुछ ऐसा बना लेते हैं जो कि बहुत ही खराब है और फिर अब इसको एक एक करके सुधारेंगे. Cool. How to stop the agent? Stop करने के लिए you just need to switch off the trigger. Okay. Vishnu is saying, can we reverse this? Like now it is replying on our behalf, but I wanted to send email notification from my website to the users, even if they are not active on the website. Is it possible by using Relay? Yes, you can also do this, and I will teach you how to do this as well. Okay. Yeah, of course you can do this as well, and you are getting replies. Does it also work on WhatsApp messages? Yes, it will also work on WhatsApp messages. So you can choose any of the apps from here, right? So there are different apps. So you can choose the reply to go on Airtable, Anthropic, Amplify, Apollo App Store, Asana. It can do all the tasks that these apps can do. And somewhere you will find something called Twilio. Okay, so maybe I will just type in WhatsApp. So yes, you can also send WhatsApp notification to yourself from here, right? So you receive an email, you send the email to someone, and you also send the notification to you that your agent has replied to this email. Okay, so let me just quickly do this as well. So I'm connecting my WhatsApp with this. Maybe I'm not sharing the screen to share my number right now. So I'm stopping share when I put in number, and I'm just going to send myself a verification code, and I'm putting the verification code here in order to kind of like make my WhatsApp automation. And I will show you that I can send WhatsApp automation to me as well when I receive an email and my agent sends me an email. Okay, so it has sent me a verification code, waiting for this code. Okay. Still waiting. Send WhatsApp notification code. I'm waiting in my WhatsApp. Okay, it's not coming. Maybe because a lot of people are trying this, that's why it's not working for all of them. But yeah, the process is simpler. You just need to add in your number. I'm switching back my share screen again. And yes, so yeah, what you need to do is you need to just enter your WhatsApp number, click on verification code, and you can send this to yourself as well. So whenever your agent is sending a reply, it is sending a notification to you that it has sent a reply to you. Okay. So yeah, so you can connect to different tools as well. If you want to send a WhatsApp to someone else, you can use something called Twilio, and you can send SMS using Twilio as well. And here you can um, also do a lot of different things as well. But we will tackle this in recent classes. Uh, but till now, we have made an agent which was almost doing some task, but it was still a simple agent, right? So we will complicate this a little bit, make it a little bit smarter. But before doing this, we will understand some qualities of an AI agent, right? Maybe you have learned this in the learning plan as well, but there are some qualities of AI agent which we need to keep in mind while designing an AI agent. So before doing making our agent smart and make it work for us, let's understand those qualities. Okay, so there are two types of agent. So what is agentic AI first of all? So there are two types of AI systems. One is a simple AI system and one is a AI agent, right? So the thing that we created right now is an AI agent. So a simple AI system. So let's say that you want to create an AI agent that can manage your travel, right? So let's say that you travel frequently and you want to create an AI agent whom you just tell, like Tony Stark in Iron Man, right? So it just tells Jarvis, Jarvis, can you book me an air flight for me? I'm going from New York to, let's say, Canada. Okay, so Jarvis, what it does is it not just gives you information, but it actually performs the task, right? So a simple AI system, like we can do this with ChatGPT as well. So we ask a ChatGPT that ChatGPT, I want you to make my travel plan from Ahmedabad to Goa. Let's say that I want to go to Goa. And I say that I want to go from Ahmedabad to Goa, make me a travel plan for 5 days. I have 50,000 rupees and I want to spend 3 days in North Goa, 2 days in South Goa. Okay, so let's say that this is the prompt that I give to a simple AI system. What a simple AI system will do is it will search for the flights that I need to take in order to go to Goa. And it will search for best hotels that come under the budget. And it will search what can I do in Goa for these 5 days, but it will do nothing else than search, right? So it only is generating. The AI that we had for last 5 to 6 years was just generation, right? So it was just generating. Now we are shifting to action, right? So from generation, we are shifting to action. So if you want to create a travel planner, now what you can do is you can ask a AI to plan a travel for you. So you tell everything about yourself. So AI, what it will do is it will connect to some app, right? So just like we connected our AI with our Gmail app, right? So it connected to an app to perform some task. So we said that, okay, we want to make a system that can read our email and reply to it automatically. So we connected it to Gmail. We asked it to process everything. So it understood the email, it wrote a reply to the email, and then we connected back to the app and we used that app to send the email to someone, right? So our AI agent can connect to an app like Paytm. So ChatGPT will have access to my Paytm also, right? So if I can connect ChatGPT to my Paytm, so what ChatGPT will do is it will find my best flight and it will talk to Paytm. It will say that, okay, now I have found this best flight, book this best flight for me. And it sends all of my information to Paytm because it knows about me, right? So it knows my name, it knows my budget, it knows the flight that I have to take, it knows where is my current destination and where I need to go. So it will send this information to this app, and this app will process and send the ticket back, right? So you will get the ticket directly after booking, or maybe you will get the notification to pay, and the agent will say that, okay, I am booking your flight from Ahmedabad to Goa at 12 p.m. Because this is the best flight, it is cheapest, and it is also offering free meal. So let's say that it found me this flight, and it says that if you click yes, I will book it. So you click yes, you will get a OTP, and you just need to fill in that OTP to pay, and your flight is booked and you will get the ticket, right? So that's the agentic way where AI is doing some task for you. And we can create this with Relay or any other agent if we get access to Paytm's API, right? So if we get access to Paytm, and if we know that Paytm can talk to my ChatGPT, we'll be able to create this as well. Then to book hotels, maybe we can use GoIBiBo as an app. To update a calendar, maybe I will use Google Calendar. Google Calendar is free with Relay. So with Relay, you can use Google Calendar here. So you click on plus and you type in Google Calendar. And here you can use your Google Calendar in order to fit in your schedule, right? So what you are doing is you are automating a process with agentic AI. Okay, now what are some characteristics of AI agents, right? Why can't I use the AI agent that I designed today? Okay, maybe this is the cause why my PC is hanging. Just wait for some minute. I am just closing this app. So Illustrator is where I was working, and it takes a lot of memory. Maybe I'll just force quit. Please. Okay, so last, it is not making me. Okay, thank God. Okay, last 20 minutes, we are going to perfect our AI agent, and now I'm not able to open PowerPoint. Okay, yes. So before we do that, we need to know what an AI agent actually consists. What are the properties, right? So the first property of an AI agent is to perceive. It should be able to understand the input really, really well. So the AI agent that I'm designing needs to understand my input. Here, my input was email, right? So that's why I used ChatGPT to understand the email. Okay, so it gathers the data, it interprets the data. Second property of an AI agent is to reason, right? So it should make decisions. This was missing from our agent. It was not making any decision, right? It was just replying to whatever email it was getting, not making any decision. The third property was to act, but it was doing this, right? So it was acting. So it was taking in input, and it was taking an action on that. But this was missing. It was not doing any reasoning. It was not making any decision. And it was also not learning from my past experiences, right? So a AI agent should perceive, it should understand the input, it should reason with the input that, okay, this is the input, then I need to make decisions based on the input, then I act, then I do some act, execute some task, and I learn also in this process, and I incorporate that feedback next time, right? So this is how a agentic cycle looks like. So let's make our agent a little bit more robust and for actual use case. Okay. So let's say that I'm working for a company, and the company wants me to make an AI agent that can automate their email. Now they want to automate their email so that it does not reply to any spam email. Okay, so just like you mentioned, if there is a spam email, I don't need to reply to that spam. Okay, first. Second is, if there is a email about quote. So let's say that a vendor asks you for a quote, right? So let's say that I sell robots. So let's say some person asks me for a quote of my robot, right? And my email agent can reply anything, right? So I don't want my agent to reply any quote. Okay. So if a customer query is there, if a customer is asking for certain problem, then my agent will reply to that. And if someone asks me for a LinkedIn post, so let's say that if someone asks my company to post on their behalf in on LinkedIn, then let's say that my agent understands that and posts it on LinkedIn. Okay, so we are now making our agent a little bit smart by reasoning with the input. What is the input that it is receiving? First, it is understanding that input, that okay, I now need to the input is spam, I don't need to reply to it. The input is about customer query or some complaint, I will reply to it. The input is about a quote, I will ask the person to call Amit directly, because AI should not be replying to a quote. If the person is asking me for a LinkedIn request, then I am making a LinkedIn post and posting it on LinkedIn. If the person is asking for, let's say, a meeting, I am scheduling the meeting in the Google Calendar. Okay, so let's make this kind of agent. Okay, so I will just open an empty page in my PPT so that I can um, make the flow diagram of this agent. Okay, that will be actual use case, and we will wrap this class after that. So we will be able to design that agent in 15 minutes only. So it's not a um, not a big challenge now that we know how to design our agents. So yeah, so let's say, okay, here I have customer support meetings, approvals, and reimbursements. Maybe let's make it for customer support. Let's keep this. For meetings, yes, definitely keep meetings. Sorry, erase. So let's keep it for customer support. Let's keep it for meetings. For approvals, let's keep it for quotes. Okay, so instead of approval, let's make it quotes. And for reimbursement, let's make it for LinkedIn. Okay, so this is an agent that we will design later on. But for today, customer support, meetings, approvals, LinkedIn request, and spam. Okay, so let's make our agent smart so that it does not reply to a spam. Okay, I hate my PC today. It's lagging too much. Okay, no worries. Go back to all right. So I'm going back to Google Chrome and to my agent. Okay, so now what I need to do is I don't need to reply to professional emails just like this. Okay, so what I'm doing is I am deleting these steps. Okay, so I need my agent to be smart before replying. So I am deleting these steps. Okay, so all right. So I need my agent to first know what email that it is receiving, right? Because if it doesn't know what email it is receiving, you are not able to guide what to do after that email, right? So here I will add a step which I will use AI again. And in AI, now I will classify. Okay, this is the last thing that we are doing today. So just do it a little bit fast. We only have 10 minutes to do this. So click on classify, type AI, click on classify. And what we are classifying? We are classifying email, right? So why classifying? Because our AI needs to know what is this email about, right? So classifying the email. And so making it more smart. We are making it smart by reasoning with the input. So the input that you received was email. So before you do anything with that email, you need to know what that email is about, right? So you classify that email. So first is customer support. Second is meetings. Okay. Third is LinkedIn request. Okay, maybe to add some more magic, I'm using LinkedIn. There is uh, no other reason for LinkedIn for a company, but I'm just using LinkedIn to show you that we can also use AI to automatically post on LinkedIn. You can also use it to post on YouTube. You can also use it to for any other case. But right now I'm using LinkedIn because it is easier for teaching. So customer support, meeting, LinkedIn request, and spam. Okay. So you tell that before you reply, first classify the email, right? So customer support, if the customer has a complaint about the product. Okay. Meetings, if the email is about meeting invites. Okay. LinkedIn request, if the email is about LinkedIn posts and requests. Spam, if the email is a spam. Okay. So you do done. So in the workflow, you add one more step, which is reasoning with the input. You say that, okay, you receive an input, you receive an email, first reason with it, what that input is. Okay. Is the input customer support? Is the input meeting? Is the input a LinkedIn request? Is the input a spam? Okay. So you classify the email using AI. So AI you will use to classify. And now what we will do is we will create a flow in our agent. Our agent will have a flow control, right? So you add a flow control in here. And in this flow control, there will be many paths. Okay. So there will be many paths that my agent will take. And these paths are if else paths, right? So path name 1 is customer support. So my agent can work as a customer support person. The rule for this is if my classify with AI, right? So the classify with AI, the last step, if is customer support. So if it is customer support, it will go on this path. So my agent will first reason with the input, then it will act. It will not act directly. It will not send the email directly. It will first reason what that input is about. Okay. So repeating this step for people, those who have not um, followed. So you receive the email, you classify with AI, you say that if it is customer support, if it is meeting, if it is LinkedIn request, if it is spam, then do what? Now you add in flow control. Okay, so flow control and you add in paths. You say that it's like if and else statement, right? So this is what a human does, right? Okay, I received a spam, then you think whether or not that is you receive the email, you first think if it is a spam. Okay, if it is a spam, then what to do, right? Similar to how human work. If it is a customer support request, what to do? If it is a LinkedIn request, what to do? If it is a meeting request, what to do, right? So you are guiding the AI to do different things. So path A is customer support. So maybe I just do it quickly because the time is not there. I only have 7 minutes. So maybe I will do it fast. Maybe you just look at it right now. Don't do it with me. You will get the recording of this session from CSRBOX team. So you can try it with the recording. Okay. But stay with me because you still have to fill the attendance. So don't just leave because you say that, okay, we will receive the recording and maybe we will just leave. Okay. Maybe you will just learn it here and then implement it there. So the path rule is to classify with AI and you are classifying this email. Um, if your path is customer support, then do what? Okay, so if it is customer support, then again I need AI. I will use custom AI. I say that you are a customer support agent, okay, for a company that designs robots. Okay. Our first product is named as Argo, which is our first product also going to launch in May 16th. Our first product is named as Argo, which is autonomous bot that can move intelligently from point A to point B, used for hotels, hospitals, and warehouses to carry load. Okay, so maybe this is what your product is, and read this email. Okay, and you are reading this email from here, not the subject but the body, and read this email, understand the email. If there is any problem to the customer, write a professional reply for the same. Okay, and you can give many guidelines, so you can also attach your guidelines like your PDFs. Read this PDF, understand if you can return the product, read all of these guidelines that the company follows, behave like a customer support agent, and reply it in a very, very professional manner, right? So I don't have time to do this. Maybe we'll do this in the internship later on, but you can be creative and do it today itself. So you can say that here before this step you can add one more step where you are adding your own PDF, which contains your company's whole brand manual about what to do in what use case. So let's say that if a customer asks for a refund, what to do in that case. So the AI is reading all of your documents and it is replying to the customers in that way, right? So right now I'm just making it faster. So you say output is email body. So you are saying that, okay, if the person sends me a reply, then uh, uh, if there is a problem to customer, write a professional reply with the same, and output is email body, and I say done. And after that, next is to send email, and you click on send email. Sorry, here in Gmail, and you send it to whoever you received it from, and this, and subject will be same here, and the body will be the AI output from this step, right? So you say at the rate and you select AI output and email body. Okay, so now your bot will only reply if it is a customer support uh, mail, right? So if a customer is coming with a query, then only it will reply. Okay, next let's do it for another path. The other path is for, let's say, LinkedIn request. Okay, so this I'm very excited to kind of like show as well. A LinkedIn request. Okay, the rule is to, if my email classification is LinkedIn request. Okay, so if the AI thinks that, if the AI finds that the email is about LinkedIn request, so I'm adding a step. I again will use AI and I will generate custom prompt. I say that you are my experienced LinkedIn writer. Okay. Right, stuck. Okay, so I say read this email and again point to the email and write a professional LinkedIn post for this. For the email. Okay. Output is LinkedIn post. Now you can make this uh, prompt better than me. You can write better prompts than me. I am just doing it fast so that I don't miss the time. Already I am like it's 7 and we should stop the class, but just give me 5 minutes for the LinkedIn thing. So you design a LinkedIn post using ChatGPT and you post it on LinkedIn. Okay, so you use LinkedIn as another tool. So you go to LinkedIn here and you create post for organization. I'm creating for my organization because I don't want to post anything on my personal. So I'm connecting my LinkedIn to this agent, right? So here what I will do is I will connect my agent to, okay. So okay, done. Yeah, it should connect. Okay. All right. So I'm signing in with my LinkedIn and it will connect to my LinkedIn account. And once it connects to my LinkedIn account, then yes. So what I will do is I will select organization to make a post for, and I am selecting a dummy account. So I am selecting this Nutramish or Work Village for that matter. Okay, so Work Village is one LinkedIn account that I don't use, and I click at the rate. And here I am going to go to AI output, and whatever is the LinkedIn post goes to this account. Okay, and I say done. And finally, we test it by publishing this on Relay. Okay, so I'm doing a test run for this. Then again, you can add in uh, other steps also. So you can create for spam, like if it is a spam, do nothing, right? So let's say I add one more path and I say that as spam before publishing this. I say that it is spam and I add a rule that if my email classification is spam, okay, then do nothing. All right, so do nothing, no step there. So it will not reply to my spams now. It will only reply to customer support, and it will not reply to LinkedIn request. It will write a LinkedIn post and post it on LinkedIn automatically, right? So it is now smart enough to also know what to do in what case, right? So I will just show you one demo of a LinkedIn request and then we will end this class. We will take in more challenging things in the next class onwards. Okay. So I am asking my agent to write a LinkedIn request for me. So I am sending myself an email. Okay. So I'm sending myself an email. I'm saying that, okay, LinkedIn post for today's session. Okay. So let's say that I want to create a post for today's session and I send it to myself. Hi, Amit. Thanks for taking the session today on agentic AI. Please post on LinkedIn highlighting the hands-on training on designing AI agents using drag and drop. Okay. So let's say Tanuja sends me this email today, and she asks me to make a LinkedIn post and post it on LinkedIn about today's session, right? So my agent will receive this and work on my behalf now. So I say that I say that this is my email. I have sent it. So let's say anybody who sends it to me. So let's say Tanuja sends it to me for posting it on LinkedIn. On agentic AI, what my agent will do, it will first understand that this is an email which I do not want to reply on, because I do not reply to LinkedIn post emails. What I do instead is I go to LinkedIn, I create a LinkedIn post and post it on Amit's behalf. So I will show you how it did. So it went to my, I am going to my LinkedIn to show you uh, the output, and LinkedIn, and I'm going to open my LinkedIn account. All right. By the way, you can also connect to me on LinkedIn by typing Amit Tiwari and Edson AI. So you'll be able to find me by typing Amit Tiwari Edson AI, and you will be seeing my profile there. What we are going to do is, in my LinkedIn, I will search for my post. So yeah, it feels like I'm living in 1990s with this laptop. Uh, why is it lagging so much? And funny thing is, this is a MacBook. And yeah, still. Okay, so I'm going to go to Work Village and see if my agent worked for me, right? So I asked my agent to post on Work Village on my behalf if I receive any email regarding LinkedIn posts. So I am going to Work Village and seeing if it posted on LinkedIn on my behalf, right? So my agent, what is it is doing in background, it is taking the email, it is understanding what the email is about, and writing a email, writing a LinkedIn post and posting it on LinkedIn. We are 7 minutes past the session. I'm so sorry to take more time, but that's not just my fault, it's fault of my laptop as well. So yeah, it kind of like not helping me out today. All right, so see, it has posted on LinkedIn for me as well. So automatically it has posted, grateful for the opportunity to conduct today's session on agentic AI. It was pleasure engaging with the participants and exploring the evolving potential. We discussed how agentic AI is transforming. Maybe if I just click on this one, it will open that post for me. Right. Yes, and it has also put in hashtags. Thank you, Tanuja, for the opportunity and support in organizing the session. So it learns from the email, and it's kind of like writing a beautiful post for me. And I did not have to do anything. I did not have to go to ChatGPT and copy and write this post as well. So with this, I say goodbye to you in this session, and I really was amazed to see all of your enthusiasm in the chat. I have 99 plus messages. Maybe I was not able to kind of like reply to all of you, but I'll make sure that from the next class, I will get this laptop repaired, and we'll have a smooth session from the next class onwards. Um, I hope that you learned something from today's class. Maybe you kind of like design your own AI agents for different use cases. We will have more better agents in the next class, from the next class. All right, so I am going to end this session here at this point. If you have questions, you can leave it in the question box. Over to you to CSRBOX team for the attendance and other formalities. See you in the next class with more energy, more enthusiasm, and my new laptop. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Amit, for that wonderful class. We are seeing a lot of messages from students that they thoroughly enjoyed the session. And so, like every student, we are also looking forward to the next class. And before we close, students, please fill in your attendance forms. Tanmita, please share the attendance form link in the chat box and also in the WhatsApp group. And once again, thank you, Amit, for that wonderful session. And we'll see all of you in the next masterclass. You will be receiving, of course, calendar invites, reminders, everything. Please make sure that you're part of the WhatsApp group and complete your learning plans by Monday and submit it on Monday finally so that you can receive your offer letters. That was all from our side. Thank you, everyone. Have a good day.